Wow, okay, I predicted that perfectly. Hi, it's Thursday again. They did it again, and I swear they're going to do a full direct next week Thursday, because it seems to just be Nintendo's new favorite trend is let's release announcements on Thursdays at like 9 in the morning. So I have to literally roll out of bed, get like my hair done, the stuff. Hi. I actually don't look too bad. It's because my camera's terrible. Alright, let's get the nice light going. I always forget to do that for these. So, yeah, the video is currently unavailable. This is the original. I had this up hoping that I could just hit the refresh and go right to the proper video. I really hope that's how this works, because otherwise I am like 100% going to get myself spoiled. Because I'm sure if I scroll down, there's going to be a big blaring video about Mr. Sakurai presents Gino. Because, you know, that was a... Let me see if... Okay, so I thought this through in the shower, and I think I can remember the 5 characters I predicted. That it's going to be one of them with the Men's Warehouse, I guarantee it, gif. Number 1 was Gino because he was a Mii outfit in Smash 4. He has not been a Mii outfit yet, and the only reason I can think to not put essentially free pre-done content in your game at this point is if you were making him a full fighter. Second was Dante. He was my number 1. When it turns out that those dates that they tweeted about were actually just announcements of new upcoming features for their Switch port, I kind of knocked him down back to the rest of the pack. 3 was Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Not happening because Disney will never allow it, but maybe. Would fit Sakurai's little 3 that he was doing. 4 was Doom Guy because there's 3 Doom games coming, and yeah. And then Rex and Pyra because that's probably not happening because it's too normal. Alright, let's refresh this. Nope, this video is private. Okay. I think YouTube broke. Yeah, okay, YouTube broke in a very spectacular way. Oh boy. Oh, how do we do this? I don't know how we do this. Nintendo.com/Nintendo Direct. I don't think this qualifies as a direct, so it's probably not going to be here. Nope, it's still just the Pokemon Direct. Oh boy. Oh boy, how do we do this? How do we do this? Because if I just Google Smash Bros, I'm going to get a news story that screams who the character is. I will guaranteed spoil myself. Let's see. YouTube.com/Smash. Oh, what is their address? It's like the Smash Bros? No, Smash Bros channel? No. How do we do this? 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 Well, there's the spoiler that I was trying to avoid. I'm disappointed, honestly. Here's the disappointment I was expecting for last week's Smash or Pokemon Direct. Why is the audio so low?
To unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
Like, honestly, the entire disappointment here is they did 4 DLC packs that were, like, hugely...
Right into an enemy's trap.
Let me just make sure that's the full length, okay.
You and I are one. I, too, am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
That's Morgana. That's just straight up Morgana's voice actor.
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet...
Like, they did 4 DLC packs to, like, really outrageous third-party legacy franchises, and now it's like, have the 20th Fire Emblem character.
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
for it to never happen because we've got like 20 of these. At this point, my only hope...
consumes even the darkness itself.
At this point, like, my only hope is that this is a fake out and there's another character at the end. Oh god, those models look horrible. Please tell me that's alpha footage and not shadow dropping today, because that looks bad.
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do? So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
I'm just confused. What did that have anything to do with it?
Of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics. With Arid Fire, strike with superior reach.
I've not played this game, so I'm just confused right now.
Use Amir's overwhelming power. Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught. Along with the sword of the creator, each weapon matches a direction.
Okay.
Your will and mine be now as one.
Yeah, I can't hear this without thinking Morgana, I'm sorry.
Revealed. Through smash, show the world.
It's just tough to be excited here. It really is. Okay, now we can be excited.
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, and it will
I'm not getting this DLC. I don't want another Fire Emblem character. I don't care about anime swords fighters. I just care about just stop with the Fire Emblem. Every game gets a rep. If you're gonna do that, at least give us Hop at the end of this. Just do it.
The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you. So please be careful. The series first
Well, that was a Japanese joke, I guess.
In 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat.
Really?
Think of it as moving pieces in a board game.
I'm tempted to fast forward through this part because I think we all know how Fire Emblem plays.
When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games. Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products. Characters
Anime swords fighters?
die.
Oh.
That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes. But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit.
Did I just say that it bugs me that, like his posters are not level?
Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak.
It just bugs the heck out
In
of
older
me.
games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special.
Please tell me this one can't.
There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter.
Okay.
Next comes your turn.
We've moved past, you know, history we all know into some interesting dev tidbits.
And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series.
And there's about 17 fighters in Smash.
In particular, might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes
Man, I'd have been satisfied if it was just, you know, a Tokyo Mirage Sessions character even. It's just, why does it have to be mainline Fire Emblem again? Why does he count like that?
There you go, 17.
Well, that's where that came from.
So, you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right?
Yes, I did actually.
I was counting in binary. This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2. Then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So, this would be 4, 5, 6, 7.
You know, everyone was like really trying to think into what the 3 meant, and it turns out it's just 17 in binary.
Awesome, isn't it?
Of course.
You can actually
nerd.
count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023. If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is
Okay.
Fire Emblem Three Houses?
That was kind of worth the
male
joke.
version of the main character is called Bereto, and the female version is called Beresu. But in English, they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses.
We really need a 10-minute history lesson on a game that came out last year.
And, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you.
Also, you gain green hair at some point. I don't know what the point of that is because I haven't played this game yet.
I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around.
So they were working on this since before the game released, and they just decided this was okay to make the capstone of the DLC system. It's like, this is it. We might do more, but this is it. This is what you paid $25 for if you were dumb enough to pay $25. Like, again, well, not again, because this is the first time I'm saying it, but like, if this had been pack 2, 3, or 4, I'd be like, okay, but, you know, there's more. In this case, it's like, this is what you choose to end on.
And many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles.
It's like, you know,
I'll try to avoid spoilers.
what was it? When the game released, everyone was like, so the last character you're announcing is Isabelle. That's what you choose to end on here, right?
When I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
Okay, that explains why it looked so rough, is that's November footage, not like January the 16th footage. Okay, I'm a little relieved that those terrible models are probably going to be fixed.
Here I go. So, this is our new fighter, Byleth.
Looks very
They're
alpha.
lacking in mobility, It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon.
A what?
The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each
Okay,
of the
so it's
heroes
not
has
just
a special
specials.
weapon
Okay,
that
that's
appears in
interesting.
Fire Emblem 3 houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs. The
God,
Sword
they
of
look
Creator.
the same. This is the
The Sword of the
problem.
Creator here
This is where the
sets
problem comes in
default
is
weapons.
they look the
use it for
same.
attacks and tilt attacks, such
It's
as
all
dash
just
attacks,
Fire
where it
Emblem.
takes the form of a whip. They
Let's
also
make a
use
game
the
and call out
sword
every
for
recycled thing here. So Sword Whip. Okay, I'm pretty sure the Dragon one did that.
attack.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
They'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air. For their up air attack,
Shoutouts to the like 1 in a million call that I actually have to take while doing this. Shoutouts to the fact that that call will be immortalized on YouTube.
the hit detection.
So they're saying, oh yeah, let's make a game looking at all the recycled stuff. Okay, so all this Sword Whip stuff comes from the Dragon one.
The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this.
Okay, that was just straight
It was
recycled from
pretty
Joker.
terrifying How I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Yep, Joker.
you can do awful things like this.
Awful
That
things
said,
indeed.
you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage.
Interesting, so it's a percentage-based
Exceed that percentage
dunk.
And you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges.
Yes, we get it. It's Joker's grapple hook reskinned.
Now, for the sideways inputs. This
Okay.
is Erdfar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
Interesting.
First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so.
Okay.
Marth's air
That's-
attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
The Aardbar version of this seems very unique, and I wish that that was the kind of...
You'd win out,
I've
so
said this
you-
for a long time. Just give us an axe or a spear-wielding Fire Emblem character. Just stop it with the Sword Lords. No one cares anymore. They all look the same, even. Look at them.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be stronger.
Okay.
And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
Oh, that's interesting.
By the way,
You actually
the
have to
tip of the
aim
whip
it.
is more powerful.
Oh boy, it's a Tippy character, everybody.
So it's not suited to close combat. It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule,
I'm not a fan of the Tippy concept, personally.
or downward in this case. Next, the side special move. Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
Okay. It doesn't have a combo
Actually,
function,
you can
which
do a
is
smash
good.
attack to charge forward a little, like this.
See, once you got past the sword, now I'm kind of into this. It's just giving it the sword.
Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area.
Okay.
Returning to the side air attacks.
So it's an
earlier,
aerial.
They have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well. Although you'll be vulnerable when you land.
It's a slow
Now,
attack, too, I
the
see.
Downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong. You can try for a
Okay, now it's strong.
Next is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see,
Yeah, it's a
it has
field
great
clearer.
deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a
Okay.
roll move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different.
Similar to the
When
Falcon
readying the
Punch.
move, there's a super armor effect.
Oh, that means there's no counter, too! Okay, I like it a little more now because it's not a counter fighter.
If you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays out like this. It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you
Poor
have the
Captain
advantage.
Falcon. I understand why he was dead in that one image Sakurai posted now. Turn it up a little
Another
bit.
notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms.
What?
While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area. It won't let
Oh,
you
that's
jump, but you can use it as a
interesting.
surprise attack. Also, you can turn around during the move.
Oh.
The swing takes a while, so if an opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be
Hard with all those mechanics. I think it'd be easy. I mean, I guess the solution is just to
Plus, even if you
maintain
fail
your
to
current
land,
direction and
any
just
opponent
get
on the
away.
ground
Because he
nearby
can't
will be
move
lost
while
to it.
channeling it.
It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them.
Does that do damage still?
By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters.
Oh, yeah.
That much
Yeah,
power
good
with
point.
a single attack. Counters can
Joker would
actually
eat this
multiply,
character alive.
and using easy
Just put up
enemies
Rebel's
like
Guard
this could just
and
be
or
counter
Tetrakarn.
after counter. Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Failnaught, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It
Which
only
actually, when you think
appears
about
in
it,
a few neutral moves.
kind of means not only is this
You've got
just
the
a
neutral air attack.
disappointing
This attack
character,
is similar
it's
to
also a
the
character that's not going to get any
fighters
use
like
because
it lets
the
you swing
competitive
at
scene
them.
is basically built around neutralizing
It's
Joker
also easy
because
to
of
hit
MK
certain
Leo.
combos with it.
And this character just feeds Joker.
And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems
Wow.
pretty straightforward, right?
Has gun.
But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow.
Oh?
First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button.
Okay.
You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash a powerful arrow that looks like
Oh.
a beam of light.
Okay.
You can perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then
God,
fire.
I'm going to have to make a lunch
But
here.
again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button.
Okay, so it is very risk-reward.
So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Not only that, if you're locked in, an opponent can just run up on you and get a free smash. This is a bad character, I think.
Which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range
Because since comp is really based around movement.
to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game,
What?
there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version. As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
Gee, I wonder if Sothis is the progenitor god. I guess I don't need to play this game anymore.
Now, let's talk about the color variations.
Cool.
It's
I'm gonna go make
so
my
that
lunch
the
quick.
default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final Smash? Next, I'll introduce the stage.
I heard a
For this
ching!
one, we of course tried to
I grabbed the
recreate
wrong
place
lunch
where
too,
you
that's
spend most of the
unfortunate.
Garreg Mach Monastery.
Yeah, okay, we knew this was the stage.
This is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall,
That's painful to
Bridge.
look at.
and cathedral, all in one stage.
Please tell me that's like smarter laid out.
It's the
That
type of stage
main
that rotates
area
through
there,
different
please tell me
areas
that's
such
better
as
laid out in the game than it looks on the map. Because that looks just
each of the
terrible.
decks that appear in these four areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping.
Really?
The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house: Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid.
Dedu.
Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult
Dedu.
to say.
I love it.
They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a
I hate
kingdom,
him.
that means they
I
have-
hate him mostly because his name
I
is so
guess you
great.
could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. It's an unfortunate one, that one.
I like it.
There are vendors on either side.
Are we doing this again? Are we doing the
In
unfortunate
original
soul
game,
thing
These are
again?
important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but here you can break them, you see. If you do break them,
God, those background models just look so bad compared to, like, the Phantom Thieves and the characters from Banjo-Kazooie. I really hope that's just alpha modeling, and they do get improved
and
somewhat.
in the background, you can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop,
Okay, that's a neat touch. It destroys the roof to get you in
broken
there.
through the ceiling and slammed into the building. And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard,
The eyes!
Dorothea,
It's the eyes that make them look so bad.
It's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adrestian Empire.
It's the eyes is what it
And as
is.
such, they embrace their military might.
The eyes just look
Edelgard
too
is one of the characters who is central to the conflict.
big.
Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down.
Oh. Oh. I do like. Oh, I was gonna say one thing I do like is how the battle damage stays consistent here. But nope.
You can reach it with other fighters, though. So,
Okay,
you can
yeah,
work your way up
banned.
there by getting
Stage is
lucky,
banned.
being launched up, or
Like it was
perhaps
probably
using
banned for the
items
marketplace,
to
but now it's definitely banned. If you have places that some characters just cannot reach, that stage is banned, son.
Also, you can break this table,
You are not going here.
like so. Just like the sign that reads Furin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up, the bridge.
Lifting
The
up.
camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's a
Cool,
very
it made
fine
Elden
leap.
Bridge. Okay, take a wild guess which house Sakurai chose in his playthrough.
The guests are from the Golden Deer: Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance.
Don't forget the fourth character in the background.
Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment.
Okay,
of members,
Lawrence.
And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the fourth title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a
Oh,
long
it's
pathway,
just
plain and
generic?
simple.
Okay.
You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen.
It's just a long... Okay.
You could
This
also say it's
almost
a place
makes
where
the
film
Super
would
Bowl
have
worth
been
it.
shot. And in this sense,
But you're never going to see a stage like this in competitive anyway, so, again... Byleth, I'm not seeing their niche. I'm just not. And I'm sure... Because, you know, I'm not a big tournament watcher and all
the last
that, you
area
know...
is the cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Sedith, Flayn, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flayn. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I
Gee,
feel
green
that
hair,
Flayn
I
might
wonder
be
if they're
saying
dragons.
"Shush" at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage.
Hi, Erdrick.
All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will
Hilda?
be waged.
Maybe.
It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Erdrick, tell it to me straight. Is everybody as disappointed as I am by this?
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker. Joker!
He's gonna use...
Hero!
I can tell exactly what's gonna happen here. He's gonna use Byleth to take down all 5.
Really made a lot, huh? Banjo!
Ew, he plays with
Now, I
items
think you know
on.
what I'm doing.
Yeah, I can tell after the first... Who's in Smash now? Another Fire Emblem protagonist, Erdrick. That's the answer.
It's going to be a pretty
That's
tough
the
battle.
grand finale.
Anything I can get my hands on.
Another Fire Emblem
It's not gonna
protagonist.
end that easily. Uh-oh, this is
Admittedly, it's a really cool idea
Bandicoot.
that they're rolling with here. I will give them that much.
I better keep my distance.
Like, the sword is only used for, like, up attacks, and there's different weapons for every, stick direction.
Got it.
But at the same time, it's
That's
still a
great.
Fire Emblem
Easy
character.
for a moment here.
And also, a lot of their attacks are charging attacks, which I don't think fit the meta right now.
The perfect shield of that, huh? Good one.
Feels like it was just... It all feels just kind of like it's just there to be there.
If I do this, or like so. No anti-air, huh?
What does Edelgard use as a weapon? Is it a sword? I know Dimitri's a lance. I know Claude is a bow. I'm guessing she's an axe?
You're in a good spot, Mom.
Just based on, you know, the Royal Arms or whatever they're called. Also, look at all these items he... This is terrible. Why does the man force us to watch this?
At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
Why does he play with items on?
Smash ball. See? They got it. But
Don't
they
worry,
mustn't
it's a
give up.
CPU. He'll waste it. Or just
Can't
lose
waste
it.
a chance.
Okay.
There's another smash ball.
Yeah, that was
Yes,
probably
got
the
it.
exact axe.
Now, what are you charging up for?
He's charging up for it because it's Roy.
There's still more. Whack. Go on, you can take the hammer.
Use the hammer.
Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him.
Boop, 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 boop. The hammer music is still my
I was
favorite. It
trying to
hasn't
fight
changed in
using Violet's
ages.
abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game.
How much time do we have here? Oh, there's a lot of time
To
left.
play like this,
He's already
especially
gone
in
through,
tag,
like,
I think it's a good
demoing her
idea
and
to try
everything.
imposing different types of
I don't
challenges
know.
on
I
yourself.
think we might get a surprise character drop at the end here. There's enough time for them to do a
Now,
surprise
about the
character
additional
drop.
music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding
Yeah,
each
Sothis
of
appears in
tracks
this.
to all the
Okay,
Fire Emblem
give it to me straight on this one too. Is
There are
Sothis
already a
voiced
lot
by
of
Morgana?
references
Because she sounds exactly
Selection
like
this time
Morgana.
has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration.
Cool,
11
two new
songs
arrangements.
have
I'm
been
gonna go set the second timer on my lunch.
This includes an arrangement of the
'Cause this is a
main
long
theme in
video.
Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these as well. We're also adding in a new spirit board. It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters. Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new Classic Mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stations from throughout the series' history.
Yes? Cool, I knew it.
The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Let me guess, you beat one of them and suddenly
Please take
a dragon comes. Huh? Oh, this is just the rest of the update stuff. Time to be disappointed as all of our favorite characters become Mii outfits. Groose? Oh. Why not just say X Assassin's Creed? Because of course they are. Okay, that was a neat reference, though. Here's the Proto Man. Oh, X. Well, that's what the dead Proto Man or the dead Captain Falcon image was for. Give him to me. Yes! Yes! There we go! Includes a music track. Forget Sans. This is the one I'm excited for. This is like mini DLC fighters. Except they suck because they're mean. No Geno! No Geno again! I want to point that out. I said this at the top of stream. They have not brought back the Geno outfit even though they have it. They made it for the last game. They can bring that back, but they are not bringing it back. They have to be working on a Geno fighter. I don't know how else you could make that work. Yes. Still 5 minutes. I mean, they take 2 minutes to wrap up, then do a 3-minute trailer. I could see it. I think there's still time for a shadow drop. Well, not a drop, but a reveal.
It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation.
This is a cool little jam.
After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii
I want this
you can
pack
play
just for
using
the
costume
music.
wearing immediately after you download it.
Look, it's you. Wow.
And now, onto the amiibo.
This music is perfect for announcing amiibo.
For Dark Samus, looks pretty good.
Square is asking too much money for it.
Dark Samus
See, I don't know, because they've done it already, which means Square has been okay with it in the past.
And
5
now,
fighters during
edition
the...
of Violet,
Yep.
Fighters Pass
This is where we'll probably get more details on their post plans.
Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
That last one just makes me so sad compared to
For
all
more
the
than
other
70
ones.
Fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on.
But you didn't with Byleth, and that's the thing. It's just
There really
kind
were
of
a lot
generic.
new mechanics.
A lot of their stuff is borrowed from other
When we
characters.
add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play. As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters
Okay.
down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but
Fighters Pass 2. Calling it
have a
now.
look.
Oh? Are you just gonna drop them all right now? Oh, there it is! Fighters Pass 2. Oh! Oh, hello! Hello, beautiful!
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2.
2!
It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out.
It'll
Now
cost
that it's
even
official,
more.
we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the
I
content
should've-
will remain unknown for now, and I'm
Aww.
personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
That's fine. It's 6 characters.
Like last
Surely
time,
they
I
won't
prepared
all
this
just be
this
Fire
time,
Emblem
you understand
fighters.
why and purchased it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided. Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them.
Please don't do to me what you did to Masuda.
But I still hope you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume.
Alright, who's dead this time? Drum roll, everybody. It's gonna be Gino. Oh. It's just straight up Link.
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda.
Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm not gonna buy it because there's too many characters I just don't want to
It's only
buy.
acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Lastly,
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world.
hey, good for them.
Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
Thank you for finally admitting this, Sakurai.
Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales.
Street Fighter's gonna be the
However, I'm
first
not
part
sure
of the
if
next
it's
Challenger pack.
There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if you really want to get into the weeds.
Poor
Plus,
guy
there's
looks
the
so
8
tired, though.
versions and the 25
And his
ports
posters
of
are still
the
off center in the
so that's
back.
been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But
How
when
long
it
is left
comes to
here?
a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is #1. Although, I still don't know.
I'll go
if it
catch you
can
guys
really
at
be
the.
called
Well,
just
no,
a
there's a
fighting game.
minute.
I feel like it's become more
It's
than a fight.
1:30. My
Some
lunch
sort
is
of
in the.
celebration of games or something else entirely. Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC, which means no breaks for me. I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
Boy, that was the weirdest direct ever. Man, I am just. I gotta kind of wrap this up quick, but on the one hand, I'm sad that, like, this is how they chose to end Pack 1. Because it's like, if this had been 1, 2, 3, or 4, I'd be fine with it. But just that, at one point, this was intended to be the end. It's like, could you end on a more, like, just meh note? Like, I don't like Terry, but he'd have been more interesting, because it's like, wow, look at this legacy franchise coming. But instead it's like, here's the 10th Fire Emblem character. You know, and I spent a lot of this right again. The character seems cool, but I just can't get away from the fact that it's just another Sword Lord. And also, you know, the simple fact that I just don't see the niche here. Maybe it's because I only watch, like, tournaments and I just see MKLeo with his super fast, super combo-y Joker just blaze through everything. And I'm like, this character is gonna be eaten for lunch by Leo. It's like, I just don't see it. The 6 more packs, though, man. Like, there's so much that you can do there. Like, my entire 5. Like, Gino has a real shot there. Dante has a real shot there. Sora has a real shot there. Doomguy. Rex and Pyro are probably still dead. Let's be honest. I kind of just threw that one in there because I needed a 5th. It's like, there's so much they could do here. Like, I guarantee you, I'm going to be blunt here. One of those 6 is going to be a Pokemon. I think it's probably going to be Urshifu, to be quite honest with you. Although they said it's already been chosen, so unless he's played Isle of Armor early, maybe it's not Urshifu. Maybe it's Kiki Boy. You know what it should be, though? We've had 2 fire starters already get their own solo slot. because if you count Charizard back and forth, I want to see it be either a grass or a water starter, which, admittedly, Rillaboom probably doesn't work too well on the concept of Smash. Inteleon, though, that would work. It could really fit into the thing there. Like, it's the, like, finger guns could be the base B. I like that. Anyway, before I ramble much more, I have lunch. It's literally 1:35. I need to stop. This was way too long. Sakurai does way too much content here. That's why I only do it if I either like the fighter or I don't know the fighter. So, yeah. I'm going to head on out. Bye to YouTube. Please watch on Twitch, twitch.tv/Slowpoke as a gamer. That's all I got. Bye, YouTube. Stop recording.